5 Unusual Etymologies. Number 5. Dunce. To be called a dunce means you are slow-witted, stupid, and unable to learn. Yes, the word is derived from the name of one of the great scholars of the Middle Ages. John Duns Scotus was a philosopher and theologian whose thinking was so profound he was given the nickname Dr. Subtilis, the subtle doctor. His teaching attracted a group of students and admirers who became known as Dunsmen, or Duncers. Duns Scotus' teaching remained influential from the 14th century until the Renaissance, when more modern theories gained prominence. Those who clung desperately to Duns' teaching were mocked for their seeming inability to modernize, or learn at all. The Duncers became dunces and a new word was born. Number 4. Gerrymander. Gerrymandering is the rigging of elections by changing the boundary lines to give one party an advantage through the distribution of voters. The rigging of elections is as old as democracy, but the act only gained its name in the 19th century. The governor of Massachusetts in 1812 was Elbridge Gerry, representing the Democratic-Republican Party, in opposition to the Federalist Party. Seeking to gain the upper hand in the Senate race of that year, a bill was passed changing the districts by which voters were grouped. This explains the Gerry portion of the word, but the mander? The shape of the districts after the passage of the bill was said to resemble a salamander or, as someone suggested, a gerrymander. Number 3. Boycott. Words and things named for a person are called eponyms. Like gerrymander, boycott is a new word for an ancient thing. Boycotts, the willful refusal to do or use something, can be seen in the Aristophanes play Lysistrata, where the Greek women boycott sex with their husbands. In 1880, Captain Charles Boycott was managing land in Ireland when poor harvests struck. The lord whose lands he was managing offered to reduce the rents of his tenants, but the offer was unsatisfactory. The tenants then refused to have anything to do with Captain Boycott. The lands were left untended, shops would not sell to his family, and post was not delivered to his house. Supplies were shipped to the estate from England since no one would deal with him in Ireland. In the end, the protest was successful and Boycott's name became synonymous with targeted ostracism. Number 2. Jumbo. Jumbo, meaning huge, is another eponym, but this time derived from the name of perhaps the most famous elephant in the world. Jumbo was an African elephant born in the 1860s and displayed in France, England and North America. Standing 4 meters tall, people flocked to see the giant animal. With an eye for spectacle, the circus owner P.T. Barnum bought Jumbo for the equivalent of $250,000 and shipped him to the U.S. While being displayed in Canada, Jumbo was hit by a train and killed. This gave the canny Barnum a chance to earn more money by offering people the chance to see a dead elephant. Jumbo's huge hide was stuffed and put on display, further spreading the elephant's fame. Number 1. Quaker. The Quakers, or Society of Friends, are a Christian denomination with a long history of social reformation. Quakers played a strong role in the abolition of slavery, and many philanthropic businessmen of the Victorian era were Quakers. Founded by George Fox as an alternative to Church of England worship in the 17th century, the Society of Friends was soon named Quakers. How did they get this name? 2 stories exist. The first is that early followers of Fox were so taken with religious mania that they shook, or quaked, while they preached. The other supposed origin of the term comes from Fox's autobiography. Charged with blasphemy for his new theology, Fox was taken before the magistrates. Fox was defiant and bade them tremble at the word of the Lord. One of the magistrates retorted that the only person to quake in the court was Fox himself.